is so fire. Looks kind of gross, but it's fire. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby if you guys are new here. Today I thought I would take a little bit of a different approach and talk to you guys about something that has been a huge part of my life and an influence on me since I've come to college, and that's my relationship with food. For the longest time, I've been stuck in this cycle of being afraid of food and wanting to eat as little as possible. I would just get really upset with myself if I felt like I messed up. But now I see food as something that helps me and fuels me, and something that makes me stronger and actually can bring me joy. So if you're someone that has struggled with this or is struggling with this right now, I feel you, and I hope that sharing a little bit of what my experience has been will help you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right in. There was a time when I kept looking at food as the enemy, and I was constantly overthinking what's good and what's bad. And honestly, at the time I wasn't even eating enough to support my body or to support how active I've become in college, and I thought I was being healthy, but in reality, I was just tired all the time. My workouts weren't improving. I wasn't able to increase the strength, and I was just always so stressed around food mentally, and it wasn't doing me any good. What really changed things for me was realizing that food is fuel, and instead of thinking about how little I could eat that day, I thought about how I could nourish my body to feel strong, energized, happy. And I started learning about nutrients and macros and all that stuff, and I started tracking, but it wasn't really obsessive, but then it became something that I couldn't live without, so I decided not to do that anymore. I had not had that lifestyle, and I just switched to eating what makes me feel good, and I started adding things to my diet, like more protein for my muscles, carbs to give me energy, and healthy fats to help with my skin and my hormones. Strength training is actually something that played a really big role in my journey, because before coming here to school, I would just weightlift with really light weights in my room. I'd always dreamed of like having the gym environment, but I never actually got real exposure to it until I came here and I was able to learn how to use all the equipment and put everything that I'd studied to work. And that really helped me because I realized what my body was capable of. And I wanted to start getting stronger and lift heavier, but I was never really energized enough. And I realized that I started needing to eat more food, and it was something that I needed instead of just something that I thought of as like, oh, this is gonna harm me. It was something that I needed. So when I started eating enough, it really transformed my workouts and helped with my recovery, and my mindset has been a lot better now because I've realized what an impact it makes, and food wasn't something that I wanted to fear anymore. It was something that actually made me better. If you're struggling with your relationship with food, I have a couple tips for you that have worked for me, so I hope that they'll help you in some way, and I'm just really excited to share. My first one is to ditch the good versus bad mindset. And I know this can be hard. Every food has to have a place in a healthy lifestyle. This was one of the biggest game changers for me because for so long I would see certain foods as clean. Like, for example, I would see something as clean if it was low calorie, which is clearly very wrong, and I know that now. I would just put these things into this category and just live by that. And I would be like, oh, this is clean and this is junk, and that's where I draw the line. And that made me feel guilty when I ate something that I thought was junk and that I shouldn't be eating. But food isn't just black and white. It's fuel and it's enjoyment and it's balance. So instead of thinking to yourself, is this food bad for me? I started asking myself, how does this food serve me? How does this fuel my workouts? How does it nourish my skin and make me happy? And that's okay. It's okay to think like that. True health isn't about restriction. It's just about learning to trust your body and enjoying all the foods that you want in a way that make you feel your best. One of the next things I think is really important is listen to your body. If you're hungry, eat something, because your body is smart. For so long, I was following random rules, like I only have to eat at certain times. I would ignore my hunger if I wanted to eat something, but I was like, oh no, I've already eaten this today. I can't have another snack or something like that. And I forced myself to eat clean even when I was craving something else. But the truth is, your body knows what it needs. You just have to pay attention and listen to your hunger cues. So instead of just relying on like meal plans, I started actually listening to my hunger cues. So if I was hungry, I ate, and if I'm full, I stop. I just notice how different foods make me feel, what gives me energy and what satisfies me and what feels good. So trusting my body is just one of my favorite forms of self-care, and you should do that too, because it's all about giving your body what it needs when it needs it without having guilt or second guessing. Something else really important is to eat meals that you actually enjoy. Fueling your body is not supposed to feel like a punishment, so you don't have to just eat plain chicken and broccoli every day. You can have variety, and one of the biggest mindset shifts that I made was realizing that healthy eating is supposed to be enjoyable, because if you don't love your meals, then you're not going to stick to them, because why would you eat something you hate all the time? Like, that's not going to benefit you. That's not going to, maybe it will benefit you. That's not going to make you feel good. So instead of focusing on the things that you can't have, you need to think about how you can make your meals more satisfying. Adding the freaking seasonings and sauces and the textures that you love. Even if you want to do like healthy food swaps, you can use similar ingredients that are still going to fit your taste. So like if you want to use sour cream, you can use Greek yogurt instead. Or if you want like French fries, you can just air fry some potatoes to make them like crispy, give it that little fun side. But also, balance is key, so you shouldn't be afraid to include some of the foods you enjoy. So if you love pasta, you can make a high protein pasta with like chickpea noodles or something like that. And if you're craving chocolate, you should just go for it, bro. Like, pair it with protein or some healthy fats, and then it'll help keep you full. And at the end of the day, food should fuel both your body and your happiness. So find meals that make you feel good physically and mentally, and eating healthy will feel just effortless. Trust. Something else that has helped me is surrounding myself with really positive influences and unfollowing the people who post toxic content that's not going to help me in any way. So I started unfollowing like accounts that made me feel like I wasn't enough, that just impacted my mental health in a way that I was starting to compare. And I started following people that were promoting balance and confidence and self-love. And I started making an effort to spend time with the friends who uplifted me and people who saw things that I was afraid of, like food, in a healthy and happy way. And your environment is something that really shapes your mindset. So it's important to like be intentional with what you're allowing into your space, into your personal bubble, and to choose influences that are going to make you feel empowered and not restricted, because you deserve to feel good about yourself every single day. So you need people who are going to help you feel good and be like, remind you that you are that girl, okay? And then lastly, I just want to say this kind of like brings together everything I've already talked about, but food is literally a form of self-care, so treat it like that. Because just like we take care of our skin and we get enough sleep and we like to move our bodies, eating enough and fueling properly is also a way to show yourself that you love yourself. So instead of asking, do I deserve this meal? You should be like, how can I be nourished? How can I make my body happy and show myself that I love myself? Because your body works so hard for you every single day. It carries through your workouts, your late night study sessions, and every single fun moment that you have with your friends, your family, your loved ones, just people in general. And it deserves to be taken care of and have that proper respect and treatment. So eating balanced meals and enjoying food without guilt and honoring your hunger, those are all forms of self-respect, because you're always worthy of nourishment and you're worthy of so much. And it's just really important that you keep yourself healthy, because literally you are with your body for your whole life. So you gotta treat it with love and respect, because you're gonna feel so good. With all that being said, I know it's not easy to just change the way you see food overnight. It took me a lot of time, and I'm still learning every day. But I can promise you that when you fuel your body out of love instead of fear, it changes everything. You're gonna feel stronger and happier and more confident in who you are. It's gonna be a weight lifted off your shoulders, and you're gonna feel so free. So if this is something that you're working on, I see you, I'm here for you, and I'm so proud of you for moving forward every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this more honest side to my channel. I know most of my videos are about like all the go and all the busyness of life and college, but I just thought this was the perfect thing. I felt very inspired to make a video like this from my thoughts and what I've been experiencing recently. So I just really hope that this helps someone, and just know that I love you guys. Be sure to follow my other socials at I'm Just Abby, or Just Abby, if you want to stay up to date with my life. I post every single day. I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.